Hello, this is a guitar tutorial for Rex Orange County song Never Enough. It's a really fun one to play and the chords aren't too difficult, so hopefully you enjoy learning it as much as I did. So the song starts with this instrumental plucking intro, which I'll play now. So how you're going to play that is you start with a 3-note pickup on the 4th string and in the 2nd fret. And then you're just going to go to the bass. The open E string is the bass. And play it like this. Then you're going to go up to the 4th fret on the 5th string. Again, I'm just using my thumb to play all of these. Then to the 4th fret on the E string. And then up 1 fret to the 5th fret on that top string. Then you're gonna do this. So you just in 3 consecutive hits you walk the bass down to the 2nd fret. And then you play that one a few times. And then up to the same fret on the 5th string, and then you're back. So he only does that once. Again, the rhythm's quite hard to exactly pick out, and it's hard to exactly explain it, but hopefully you've listened to the song enough to kind of know what the rhythm of those open bass strings are. So then it comes into the strumming bit. So the first chord is just this E major shape, and then you're going to go up to this chord here, which is a C sharp minor 7. So you're barring the 4th fret with your index finger. You've got your middle finger on the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then your ring finger is on the 6th fret of the 4th string. And you don't want to play this top string when you're strumming it. So you can push your finger up slightly so it's touching it. So when you try and play the top string, it mutes it. So when you strum, it should sound like this. So that's the first chord. The second chord there. So coming in from this bit, it's now there's no one left to blame, and your face stays the same. So let me just, before I point out that third chord that I just played, the basic strumming pattern I'm using is just this. So it's basically down, up, hit, hit, up, hit. And I think it fits well with the rhythm of the song, but ultimately it's up to you how you want to strum the chords. So you're going to go. So now this is a G sharp 7 chord, but one way to think of it is from the C sharp minor 7 we had before, just move every finger up a string, not a fret, up a string. So you're just going to bring your middle finger, goes up to there, and then your ring finger goes up to there, and now you want to hit the bass note. So how it sounds from the start is, now there's no one left to blame, and your face stays the same, you're ashamed. So now here we've got an A major chord. So if you imagine the E major shape we had down here, just slide it up to the 5th fret. You're ashamed to say you feel relief, stay away. Here's our next chord. So imagine an E minor chord, which is just the E major but without the 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then slide it up to the 2nd fret. So these are the notes here. So coming from the bit before, you're ashamed to say you feel relief, stay away from your own family. So now this is the next chord. So this is a really important chord in this song, and it comes up all the time. So you're going to bar the 2nd fret in this case with your index finger. Your pinky finger's going on the 4th fret on the 2nd string, and your ring finger's going on the 4th fret on the 4th string. So, and then again, you don't want to play the top bass note, so you're just playing. So how that bit goes in its entirety is, now there's no one left to blame, and your face stays the same. You're ashamed to say you feel relief. Stay away from your own family. But so let me play the next bit and then I'll break it down. But years from now, if you could make them proud, you can leave the world and feel like you've achieved the things you'd hope to do. So how that goes is it starts again on the same chord that we had before, the E major, years from now, and then you're going to play, last time we went from the C sharp minor 7 to the G sharp 7. This time we're going to go from the G sharp 7 to the C minor 7. And on that first E chord, he sort of, instead of doing the strumming like this, you hear in the song, it's just, he lets it ring out. So how that bit goes again is, years from now, if you could make them proud, you could leave. Now here's our next chord. So this is an F sharp 7 chord. So you're barring the 2nd fret with your index finger, and then your middle finger is going to go on the 3rd fret and the 3rd string, and then that's that note there, and then your ring finger is going to go in the 4th fret of the 5th string. That's the sound there. So you could leave the world and feel like you've achieved. Now this is the next chord here, which is a B9 chord. So what you're going to play there is middle finger goes on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then you bar all the bottom strings with your ring finger. If you can't manage that, then you can just play, put your ring and your pinky finger like that, but it just means you can't really play the bottom string. So I like to bar it with my ring finger, but it's totally up to you. So those are the notes in the 2nd fret, and then you've just got one note in the 1st fret, which is the 4th string. So the sound should be. So how that bit goes in total is, years from now, if you could make them proud, you can leave the world and feel like you've achieved the things you hope to do. But so now it goes into this bit. Honestly, I don't feel ordinary, 'cause I haven't been at home in a while. So again, the strumming's totally up to you, but for this bit I like to, instead of strumming, I like to pick it. So I'm picking the bass note and then strings 2, 3, and 4 with my other fingers, and then again sort of hitting into the strings. So, but that's totally up to you. But anyway, the chords are, you're going to play first of all a B major, which is just, imagine an A major, except slide it up to the 2nd fret. So, honestly, I don't feel. Now you're going to play this totally Rex Orange County chord, which is where you've got, so you've got your ring and your pinky in the 4th fret on strings 2 and 4. Your index is on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then you've got your bass note as the 3rd fret of the 5th string. The sound should be. So how that goes is, honestly, I don't feel ordinary, 'cause I haven't been at home in a while. So again, this is exactly the same chord that we had as the 3rd chord there. Just that shape again. Haven't been at home in a while. Tell them that it's only temporary. So that is the same shape that we had in the 2nd fret here, the dominant 7 shape. Except now we're going to play it up in the 5th fret. Tell them that it's only temporary. And then we're going to bring it back down, back to where it was originally. Trying my best to smile. And sort of a nice thing you can do on that is, the first sort of bit he plays that chord, just roll the middle strings. And then just before you break into the chorus, hit that bottom note that you're barring with your index finger. Ooh. So how that bit goes in its entirety is, honestly, I don't feel ordinary, 'cause I haven't been at home in a while. Tell them that it's only temporary. I'm trying my best to smile, but that's never enough. So that goes into the chorus, which is, but that's never enough. So again, you start on an E major. So all the different kind of sections in the song tend to start on an E major. And except here, you can do the very distinctive strumming pattern of instead of doing the... It's nice to just go... really grind on that top E string. So it sounds like, but that's never enough. 'Cause when you... And now you're going to go up to... You're going to play the same dominant 7 shape that we've had so far in the 5th and the 4th and the 2nd fret, now in the 4th fret. Because when you lose the ones you love, you might. And now it's going to go down to the F sharp minor chord that we had before. You might find it hard to cry. So this is a nice spicy chord. So you're playing the B9 that we had down here, except now it's not a B9, it's a D9. Now you're going to play that in the 5th fret. So how that bit goes is, but that's never enough. Cause when you lose the ones you love, you might find it hard to cry until it's only you. And so this bit's the same. That bit's slightly different. So instead of going to the D9 at the end of the chorus, you shoot to this. This is an F major chord. So it's just the E major except one semitone above, and then it goes back to the E major. So those are all the different chord progressions you need for the song. So straight after the chorus, it goes back into the verse where he's singing, "You see my old lady's old man just now left." And that's the same chords as we had right at the beginning. And then he does "Years from now" again, and then the chorus again. And then later on when it's "Don't tell me you're sorry, you're just sorry for yourself," it's the same chords as the intro again. Sorry for yourself, though you may seem fine alone, but I can live to hell. Don't tell me you're sorry. Yeah, so essentially the chords just loop for the entire song, and that's all you need to have. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you want me to do any other tutorials.